Good evening, Dylan. It is Monday, and I saw the Star Wars Force Unleashed this morning. The only thing I want to say about it is, On to the main topic and the bulk of this video. You were talking about how the internet is used to spread information. And that got me thinking to relate random things to random things, which are all tied together eventually. And that was how the younger generation, the generation of you and me and all the people that happen to follow us, have this incredible amount of information at our fingertips at a moment's notice, and how much smarter that's actually making us overall. Granted, we aren't necessarily able to recall all of it at a moment's notice without looking it up first, but we are becoming much more intelligent. We know where to look for the information. We know how to look at a source and validate it right off the bat. Is it in a post on some forum somewhere? Well, is it a trustworthy forum, or is it a comedy website like The Onion? Well, if it's on The Onion, most people look at it and go, oh, that's probably not a trustworthy source, because it's a joke site. But if it's coming from something like the BBC News Network or something like that, it's probably a fairly reliable source. It is easy to sit there and backtrack sources because it's so easy to show your sources now. Back when you're writing it all and sticking it in a book, unless you had a sources citation page or chapter, it'd be really hard to show where you're getting any information, where you're coming up with what you're doing if you wanted to make it a reliable resource, such as an educational book. Relating back to the topic of having all this stuff connected, kids today are also reading more than they have ever before, thanks to text messages and internet just searching in general. People are reading much quicker, much faster. They're filtering information, scanning and speed reading, all these things that used to be unique talents of just some people are now becoming talents of everyday people. How many times do you scan through things and just absorb all the information and go, holy crap, I don't remember reading it, but I've got the information I need out of this? With the whole generation of kids growing up doing that and learning how to check sources and see different things that are being verified or disputed, learning that hundreds of thousands of different people have hundreds of thousands of different points of view is making everybody smarter. It's also making it harder to reinforce some older ideas that have been held for generations. You get to see where certain things that you do are actually kind of strange or don't make sense or are just straight up wrong. And you see how you can make improvements. And the people on the other end do this as well. Maybe it's not going to happen immediately, obviously, but maybe it'll be a way that we can use to actually make our species better overall. You know, societies are starting to globalize, a topic we've talked about already. Education is probably on the rise, just not the way that people are currently able to chart it, because it's entering a whole new area. Combine these factors and the myriad of others that are probably influencing just how people are being educated, both in an institution such as the educational systems or just in their everyday ordinary life elsewhere. Our lifestyle has got to be improving in that area. We've got to be getting better with all this information that we have at our fingertips. And with that concept, I will leave you for Wednesday, Dylan.